Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Third Angle. In today's video we are going to learn how to scale the geometry. In last video I have already shown you guys how to copy the entity, move, rotate and mirror. So let's look at how to scale the geometry. So for that, let's just draw a simple rectangle. Let's give it a dimension, so I will hit D, enter, and now horizontal dimension is 10 inches and vertical 5. So that's my rectangle. Let's just move this to here. Now my units right now is inches. Let's just check. So it says block units format inches. Okay, now if I give a dimension, so let's check the dimension here. Okay, and that guy, so 10 inches and 5 inches. Now let's say I want to convert this geometry into millimeters. So what will happen if I just change the units in the millimeters? So let's just change the units to the millimeters. Let's say I did my units to millimeters. Now what actually happened here is now this line will be read as 10 millimeters. So actually we drawn this geometry in inches. We need this line 10 into 25.4, so we need to scale the geometry. So now let's just delete these dimensions, and now let's go to the scale. So my command line says specify entities, so that's my entity. Hit enter. Says specify base point, so let's just say this is my base point. Now it says specify scale factor, so because we all know that 1 inch is 25.4 millimeters, so our scale factor would be 25.4. hit enter, and now if I look at my geometry, it's actually scaled up now. So now let's say if I give the dimension here and here, so to see my units I have to change my text. So I have already shown you guys how to change that, but let's just look at it again. So we'll go to our drafting style, go to text. Because my units are now in millimeters, I have to at least put that 25.4, so it will be 1 inch. Okay, so that's too big, but it's good for now. We can see. So this guy says 254 and this guy says 127. So that was actually 5 inches and this was actually 10 inches. So 254 millimeters and 127 millimeters. So that's how we convert our geometry from inches to millimeters. Now the same thing, if we want to convert this back again to the inches, let's just go to the units again, and from millimeters let's just change our units to inches, and now we have to scale down our geometry. So let's just delete this and this. So now if I want to go back, what I have to do actually is I have to find my scale factor. So let's just do that. 1 divided by 25.4, it gives me 0.093. What I am gonna do, I'll just copy this number onto the select all and copy. And now let's go back to scale again. Scale, specify entities, that's my entity, hit enter, specify base point, that. And now here in command line, specify scale factor. I'm just going to paste my scale factor that I just copied from my calculator. Hit enter, and my geometry is scaled now. So let's just look at the dimensions again. Okay, now you remember how we changed the text height to 25.4 and we changed the unit, so we have to change that again back to 1. So let's go to units, inches, and go to drafting style, text, change it to 0.5 inch. Now dimension, this guy 10 and this guy 5. So this is how you scale your geometry. So let's say if anytime you draw your geometry in certain units, and if your machine cannot read that unit system, or your machine travel is just based on, let's say, inches or just millimeters or whatever, once you draw your geometry, you have to scale your geometry. You cannot just change your units, otherwise it will not change the actual travel of your machine. So please keep this in mind, guys. So stay tuned, guys. That's it for today's video. I hope you like my video, and thank you for watching.